Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you so many attending. Welcome to GET Baltic webinar number 3. My name is Karolis Bagdonas. I'm a senior key account manager at GET Baltic. Already you know me. So today I will be the moderator of this event from the start till the end. And I hope that approximately 1.5 hours will be a good opportunity to deepen your knowledge. Since March of this year, we started the series of webinars to provide you with the updates on GET Baltic integration to EEX process and guide you through the transition phase. So again, welcome to GET Baltic webinar number 3, regulations and fees. Today, I will shortly review the previous webinar topics and also will be having the new 2 ones. The first one will be trading and clearing fees after product migration to EEX and ECC, presented by me and my colleague Henrik Sørensen, EEX Senior Business Developer. And the second part of our webinar will be dedicated to regulatory environment, Remit, MiFID, Emir, which will be presented by Ulrike Preißner, EEX Head of Reporting Service Development. So let's start with the webinar. Just to let you know, we have also colleagues and experts from different departments, so from EEX and ECC in our back, and they are ready to answer your questions. So for the audience, please write your questions in Q&A section. And after each presentation, we will be having a Q&A session as well. For those who were not able to attend the first 2 webinars, more detailed information as well presentations and recordings are available at GET Baltic website. Or if you are not able to find it, so please write us and we'll be happy to share with you. So during the first webinar, we have provided market participants the information on how EEX and GET Baltic are further developing the Baltic-Finnish gas markets of the future, presented the life cycle of exchange transaction, also an access to EEX, like non-clearing members model and direct clearing participant model. So you can press the links to see all the relevant information, and I would really suggest to overview a very nice movie on DCP model, which will easily clarify this model. And also there was provided the admission process for GET Baltic members and map up the future actions for the market participant. During the second webinar, there was more deep dive into trading, financial settlement, invoicing, trading limits, and collateral requirement. And last not at least, there was presented gas indices and general information about the traders exam. Before starting with this new topic, I would like to invite Gintaras Buzkys, GET Baltic Chief Business Development Officer. He's living in GET Baltic up to 10 years, and he could tell a very nice story. So just several sentences. So Gintaras, please, the stage is yours, and after that we will continue with Henrik with this new topic.
Thank you, Karolis. So as you have said, yes, I'm almost responsible for commercial and business development almost 10 years. That's why thanks for this invitation to say a couple of words. It was also interesting for me to double check when the existing fees were approved and valid, and I was also surprised that the existing fees are valid from 1st of January 2016, meaning that more than 8.5 years nothing was changed, and during that more than 8 years period, we have received many tons, I would say tons of different proposals how they could be changed to one or another way. but that change doesn't happen. So next year we will celebrate like 10 years anniversary of our existing fees, but yes, but they would change. And today you and Henrik will introduce in a very detailed way how that would change. From my side, what I would like to mention is that the fees topic was one of the most important, the key topic during our discussions with EEX group on the M&A process, and how those fees structure could look like in the future. And I would say that both our teams are really happy of the result which was achieved by this hard work in the past 6 months. So what's important to mention, and it's what worth to mention, is that our 4 countries region was from the EEX perspective was considered as the one emerging hub. So in other countries, each country is considered as the separate country, and each country is paying their own annual fees. In our case, so all 4 countries are like a one region, and would be paying only one like element for the access to 4 countries. So you will explain that in a detailed way. Another thing, what is also what was also said during with these fees is that the average level of the fees wouldn't change. So what it means that the whole community of GET Baltic, they wouldn't pay more than they were paying for GET Baltic. The difference is the structure, and the structure work in a way that those companies who will be more active, they will pay less. Unfortunately, those who are doing just a couple of transactions, for them those fees would be higher. This is nothing new. That's the same structure is everywhere, whether it's stock exchanges or commodity exchanges. It's the reality, and that reality will be here also. But from our side, we believe that could attract more liquidity, more bigger participants, and there will be much more interesting in the market in the future. Yeah, so that's a couple of words from my side. So you can then you and Henrik please explain the fees, and I would like to encourage all the today's webinar participants use this opportunity and ask many questions. So if something is not clear, please be brave and ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Gintaras. As always, very amazing speech, and let's continue. So in the previous webinars, we have provided the main information, what is awaiting for market participants after integration to EEX. And I would like to say additionally about the upcoming fees. So the new, what Gintaras was mentioning, that the new fees provide participants with lower variable cost, and as well, GET Baltic, EEX, and ECC brings the market a stable and secure trading and clearing infrastructure. So also important to note that the ECC as a clearing commodity house will add protection against counterparty risks and shocks to the market. Also, I think that it will be not less important to note that ECC brings daily financial settlements instead of weekly payments, a small but quite significant improvement that market participants will experience. And also, EEX will provide a much demanded update to the trading system that also a model that promotes added liquidity to the markets by making exchange trading more attractive to participants comparing what we are having today. And with the modern trading platform, which integrates other European markets, making it possible to trade with spreads between two binding zones with guaranteed execution, and the market will be able to enjoy new trading opportunities. Now, I would like to give a word to my colleague Henrik, and he could present further. So, Henrik.
Yes, so Karolis, maybe what's important to mention, you have listed many good things. So what it means that in average, for the same price, the market participants will get much more things, much more advanced and high-tech solutions. And so you couldn't compare existing fees for the apples with the other fees for the bananas. So it's
exactly
completely different solutions. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why we are so happy that it's been possible to actually keep the overall price level stable, and at the same time now able to introduce many new features and trading opportunities for all of you. So this is quite a feat. We believe that the harmonization with fees across EEX group also for the Baltic-Finnish markets is quite some step. Now on screen you see it. I will firstly start by summarizing this a little bit for you. What you see on screen is a summary of what we believe is perhaps most important for you. If your objective is to continue trading the markets offered by GET Baltic today and clearing through ECC as a direct clearing participant. And just to recap, you can find more details about the direct clearing participant model on the website of ECC. I believe you will get the slides later, and there is a link on the page that Karolis shared. And there's also here a new video we just uploaded, where you can see it explained in 3 minutes. It's really helpful. The DCP model is the clearing membership at ECC, most similar to what you have today at GET Baltic. Basically, your trading limit is set according to a prepayment, and this access model means that you do not need to look for a clearing bank for trading at EEX natural gas. However, it only allows you to trade spot contracts with us and not futures, but more about that later. What is most likely is that you will trade what you are trading today at GET Baltic, and that's what we will take a look at now. So first we zoom in a little bit on the fees, and what we need to keep in mind is that there are two types of fees. You have the variable fees and the fixed fees, and some fees are paid to the exchange and some fees are paid to the clearinghouse. So the first type of fee we will look at is the variable fee, and it's always set in euro per megawatt hour. For these markets, it's always set in euro per megawatt hour, and it depends on your trading volume. The exchange trading fee is 5 cents per megawatt hour, and then you need to add 1 cent for clearing and delivery, which is paid to the clearinghouse ECC. This means that your combined kilo price, so to say, for trading will be just 6 cents per megawatt hour. So lower than what you are paying today. We are very happy to be able to lower the variable fee. The second type of fee is the fixed fees, and they are invoiced quarterly on a monthly pro rata basis. And in this presentation, just for convenience, we show the fixed fees for a 12-month period. But just keep in mind that they are pro rata or invoiced quarterly. But these are details we also can share with you later on the website that you can find it all. As you already know, you will need to be admitted as a trading participant at the exchange, as well as have a membership with ECC. And we are happy to announce that we'll be able to offer a special membership for trading participants or players in the market trading just the Baltic-Finnish markets. At EEX, you can become a trading participant for just €5,000 a year, and on top, we will give you the first year for free. So this is what you see in the second line here in the blue table. And if we go down to the darker blue table, you will see that at ECC, if you opt for the DCP clearing model, you can become a trading a DCP member for just 3,500 a year. And here we will on top discount your membership by making the first calendar year 2025 free of charge for you. So of course, and we added this here, it's just for you to keep in mind, you may of course always opt for the NCM membership at ECC. Here you pay just 1,000 a year, and this annual fixed fee is offset against the variable clearing fee, meaning that once you trade, when you are not paying additional, so you have a minimum of 1,000, and then the clearing fee only kicks in when you trade it for a certain amount, and that's it. So, but of course, this participation model requires a clearing member. More about that in our previous webinars. So this is an overview of the fees if you want to trade just the Baltic-Finnish markets in a setup most similar to what you have today. One thing we would like to point out is that the 5,000 a year for the EEX Baltic-Finnish natural gas markets is a special membership for these markets where we consider all three markets as one. Normally at EEX, as my colleagues already pointed out, you would consider each bidding zone as a separate market, as a separate hub with its own membership. But here in this case, we will consider it as one, meaning that for 5,000 euro a year, you can become a trading participant in Finland and as well in Lithuania if that's what you want. And you can add the other markets depending on your needs and if you are a shipper, of course. One fee that we should mention here as well is the technical access for a shift trader. So you need technical access to the trading system, and you pay this per trader. And if you are trading just the spot market, you can have shift traders, and that's about, or that will be 9,900 a year. But it's of course also a monthly payment here, just to keep in mind. As well, the ESA Remit reporting will be 3,300, but Ulrike will also discuss this in further detail in her presentation later on. Let's jump to the next page where I will sum up a little bit what both Gintaras and Karolis already touched upon. The new fee schedule provides participants with lower variable costs, and at the same time, GET Baltic, EEX, and ECC will bring to the markets stable and secure trading and clearing infrastructure. Especially the clearing by ECC under a bank license brings added protection against counterparty risk and shocks to the market. As a central counterparty, CCP, ECC will assume the counterparty risk for all exchange trades, and in the event of a default of a member, ECC will ensure that payments are made to the other members as expected when you trade it on the exchange. And ECC, being a large CCP, follows strict EU CCP standards and is supervised by ESMA, the European authority. So you can be absolutely sure that it's very safe, and there is little risk when you trade on exchange with clearing through ECC. And additionally, as Karolis already mentioned, ECC will also bring daily settlement to you. So when you trade it, you will receive financial settlement daily instead of weekly. And this is a small but quite significant improvement that we believe you will experience already from day one as quite positive. When we look at the exchange, EEX will provide a much demanded update to your trading system. And this will also a model that promotes added liquidity to the market, benefiting all of you by making the exchange trading more attractive to participants than it is today. And this setup promotes a sort of liquidity spillover from other European hubs, such as the Dutch TTF and the German THE, by linking trading directly in the trading system. With this modern EEX trading platform, we integrate our European markets by making it possible to trade the spreads between the two bidding zones with guaranteed execution directly in the trading system, making the markets able to expand and enjoy new trading opportunities across the European gas market offering. But not just spot will be changing here. We're also going to launch derivatives so that at the same time as we launch or we migrate the products from GET Baltic to EEX, we will also launch and promote derivatives for the Baltic-Finnish markets, making it possible for local, regional, and international players to trade futures products such as monthly, quarterly, and seasonal and calendar contracts with physical delivery on the local market. EEX Group appreciates the importance for our participants to have risk-adequate margining efficiency, which is why ECC applies cross-margining across our natural gas positions on our pan-European markets, as well as across asset classes. So if you are trading also power or emissions, also here you will find that having your positions with ECC will lower the margin requirements. In short, GET Baltic and EEX Group offers the market one trading infrastructure, one clearinghouse and CCP, central counterparty, one onboarding process, and one set of rules for our pan-European market offering, and as well a one-stop shop for market data for all of the markets. And this makes it possible for regional players to seamlessly expand into activities in other parts of Europe, and for international players to support the development of the Baltic-Finnish markets and thereby raise liquidity to the benefit of all the participants active in these markets. So with this, I think, Karolis, we can dig into the details of the prices, the further prices, and also look at the other opportunities. I showed the prices in case you want to trade just spot and under a DCP model. But let's dig into other options, or you could expand to other markets, derivatives trading, and so on. So the word is yours, Karolis.
Yeah, thank you, Henrik, for a very nice story and what is awaiting for market participants. So shortly, what Henrik mentioned, it was mainly related with this Baltic-Finnish market, but I would like to show you additional information and also if you are looking for new opportunities and new markets, and also with the futures products. So first of all, talking about the futures, if looking to the table, in this case for EEX, here you could see a spot trading fee, what already Henrik was mentioned, 5 cents per megawatt hour. And for the futures, the fee, it is only 1 cent per megawatt hour. And also what we have talked about here is variable fees. We also have fixed fees. One of them you could see, first of all, let's start with the Baltic-Finnish natural gas market. It's the fees it was provided already, that it's happy to share. It's only 5,000 euros per year. But also there are additional options that market participants are looking for. So first of all, with the if they are looking to trade in all gas market, not included Baltic-Finnish, but as well TTF, THE, and other hubs. So the annual fee, it is 20,000 euros per year. Also, we already said that EEX is trading not only with one commodity, not only natural gas, but also there are power and environmental markets. And here, if a market participant is willing to have an access to these markets, then the membership, the membership fee is 30,000 euros per year. Also, the technical access fees for shift trader fees, 990 euros was already mentioned, and also there is additional technical access per account. So for the pricing, 2,400 euros. And then Acer Remit reporting fee also was presented. The pricing is 3,300 euros. Henrik, maybe you have some additional comments on these EEX fees.
I think you already mentioned everything there is. Let's see, maybe there are some questions, and then we can go into more details. Happy to take that.
Yeah. So shortly before ending, so we will come back to this. I just wanted also to show the rest part of the clearinghouse fees. So you could see the NCM and the DCP fees that are available. So for ECC side, spot clearing fee it's 1 cent per megawatt hour, and for futures clearing fee it is only a quarter of cent per megawatt hour. And also future delivery fee at expiry is 1 cent per megawatt hour. And for these fees, like NCM, which was also provided, it's 1,000 per year. For Baltic-Finnish markets, again, it was presented 3,500 euros. And if market participants would like to have additional several spot market, then the DCP fees, it is 12,500. So maybe
worth mentioning here under the last line here, the DCP for several spot markets. As you can see, we added a note that it's currently under review, and it's just to let you know that, and maybe you already know that the DCP model was previously only available for power spot markets. So it's new that ECC will be able to offer this also for gas spot markets. And because of this, there is a review on the way for the pricing of DCP. Rest assured that the Baltic-Finnish natural gas markets only model of 3,500. That's part of this review. That's the new fee for this is fixed. But the fee 12,500 here. This is the current fee for several power spot markets. So we do not yet know what it will be for several gas markets, or if you want to have gas and power, this will be announced shortly. But just to let you know that there will be some updates to the power spot DCP once we extend it also to gas.
Okay, thank you.
For other markets than the Baltic, of course.
Yeah, so what Henrik mentioned, probably what this information will be shared with you, also with the fees will be provided in Get Baltic and EEX landing pages. So by the way, you will be updated with this information. So thank you very much for your attention, and then we could go to the questions and answers, and please don't be so shy to ask as much as possible. Here we have the experts who could help with the answers. Yeah, so the first question was from Hamed. Could you please elaborate a little bit more on the spreads for local and regional hubs? For which hubs will be these contracts available, and will this be implemented for futures and spot? So a lot of questions. First of all, maybe I will repeat the first, and then it just will easier to answer. Could you please elaborate a bit more on the spreads for local regional hubs?
Yeah. So here we can say that there will be plenty of spreads. On the spot market, you will have spread trading through the most liquid European hubs under the offering of EEX, so the Dutch TTF and the German THE, as well as a few other hubs where we believe there is a chance it will be interesting. We have already presented this, I think, maybe in the first webinar, but the exact details will be presented together with the contract specifications end of September. End of September, we will announce the detailed contract specifications for contracts, and also here we will include details on the possible spread trading. Here's just to underline that spread trading is not a contract in itself, it's more a feature in the trading system. So you will have spread trading both on spot And on futures, you will have also the locational spread trading to the same hubs as on spot, but as well, you will have time spreads between the front month and the other months. So you can trade the difference between two periods as well.
Okay. Another question was for which hubs will these contracts available? And this has understood for
It's the same question. So it would be available for there would be spread trading between each of the three Baltic-Finnish zones will have a spread towards TTF and GHE for sure, and possibly also some additional spreads.
So, and will this be implemented for futures and spot?
Yes.
Yes.
For
Okay.
spot and futures, we'll have this.
We have another question from Alexander. What technical access shift trader fee means? Is it fee for each person who can make trades from the company?
Yes, each trader has to be registered in their name so that when they connect, you know who is connecting, and you can have a member. You have the shift trader, which is a specific type of access where you are connecting. If you have a shift trader setup, maybe you have very many traders, but they don't all need to connect at the same time. This is something that a need you might have, and the limitation of the shift trader account is that you can only use it for spot. If you want to trade futures, you need to have the regular account set up where you pay the full fee per trading account.
I see that Alexander was asking with the same question, will presentation be distributed to participants after the webinar? Of course, it will be. So just also these webinars will be placed in Get Baltic website, so you could find out not only this presentation and this webinar recording, but also with the previous, like in the first one and the second one. I see, by the way, the audience, please provide your questions in a Q&A session, and I see that we have additional questions in the chat as well. So let me review it, and we could start with this. Again, the same question was with the presentation distribution. Okay, so nice, interesting question from Kaido. Will you provide package for small clients, no annual fee and higher variable fee?
No, this is a model we will move away from. So today we have the setup of two membership types at Get Baltic, and we will, as we mentioned, harmonize with the setup that we have at EEX Group, where there is one membership type and one variable fee for everyone.
Okay, next question, it is from Marco. Where is the API connection today at Get Baltic? How this will be priced for Baltics in the future? So as I see, it is like a different service for other fees, and they are available at EEX. So just we could check it and provide what kind of price it should be.
Yeah. What I can say is that there are APIs available as well. It's not clear to me if it's the data API or for trading. We had in the last webinar, the webinar number 2, a presentation on how you can collect data, and here of course there is an API solution as well. So if you check the webinar number 2 towards the end of the presentation, there is an overview here.
Okay. Another interesting comment was probably a very smart guy, so who likes to calculate immediately, and he just looked at the fees and immediately provided the information. So just we open here to see the question. It looks like a trader has to trade at least 141 gig to have similar fees as today at GET Baltic? How many traders are today over that threshold?
We made a calculation with all trading participants at GET Baltic, looked at what was traded in 2023, so the full calendar year 2023, across all participants. And we looked at what was traded and what was paid. And we simulated what would it be under this new scheme. And on average, the participants would pay the same. So it's the overall same fee level, but of course there are differences depending on how much you trade, and this is unavoidable when you have a variable fee and some fixed fees.
I see additional question, but it's related to probably with the topic that was provided in I think so in the first webinar. It was please list local banks you accept for the daily financial settlements. So if just to clarify, we all the banks, if we're looking for NCM model, so these clearing members are provided in ECC website. So in any case, we can share with this list, and for daily with the probably related with DCP. So I could say that from current situation, we having two banks that are acceptable from ECC. It is SEB Bank and Swedbank. And one more question, it is, can you please calculate how much is minimum yearly cost of participation for spot client? It's a bit unclear what fees are all to be counted in.
Yeah, if you take a look at slide number 7, this is an overview.
Henrik, I will share it so it will be easier. Okay.
Sure.
So number 6.
You have several options of how you want to access the market, both through the exchange and through the clearinghouse. But here, what you see now on screen is what it would be. So except for the last line in the blue table, so you can disregard this. But if you want to have a similar setup as to what you have today, this is what you would have to pay. So you will have a Baltic-Finnish natural gas markets membership with EEX. You will have a DCP membership with ECC, and then you will have to pay for the Remit reporting and a technical access for your traders. And then there will be the variable fees, and that's it. Or you can opt for the NCM, that is the last line. Then it's slightly different, but on the exchange it's the same. But through ECC you have a non-clearing membership. Here you would then need to have a clearing bank as intermediary, but otherwise the setup would be the same. This is if you want to trade spot at the Baltic-Finnish markets only.
Let's see more questions. Are listed trading fees or all the applicable fees allowing one to trade, including access to the trading interfaces, which was mentioned during the previous webinars?
Yes, if I understand the question correct, so with this you have access to trading and to the front end. I think it is in the first webinar that we discussed the front ends. You can have access through the Joule for Exchange setup. I think my colleague Xavier Denis maybe can explain better, but you can have a setup where you only see EEX. The only venue you can see is EEX, and that it doesn't cost you anything extra. If you want to have a front end through a third-party provider, you have to pay for this to the third-party provider, but that's not necessary for you to trade on the exchange. You will be provided with access, of course.
We have more questions.
If you are only EEX gas trader, you will not need to pay any extra fees. But if you want to be also on other venues than EEX, then you will have to probably to pay a license to a service provider. So the most common case is a license to Trayport, and it's several 10,000 per year. It's variable depending. It's directly contracted between the member and Trayport. So there's no official cost or no yearly cost. But there's definitely this additional fees, and also you will have to pay for an extra account, which is called a downstream account, which is a technical account, which will be able to make the link between all the upstream trading accounts and the software.
Thanks, Xavier. I think
clear.
it's then quite safe to say that if you do not have such a setup today, you also do not need it once we migrate the contracts to EEX and ECC. So if you are trading just at GET Baltic today and have no other venues, then you don't need this setup. But if you need it, then of course you reach out. As Xavier mentioned, you will need a technical account, and then you will need a contract directly with Trayport or another provider, depending on what setup you need. But that we can take on a case-by-case basis as your needs are there. Thanks, Xavier.
To make it simple, if you are EEX gas only member, you will not have these extra fees, so you can just forget about what I said.
Thank you. We have more questions. Would it be possible to have also a simple comparison of current and future fees?
So the fees are quite straightforward to compare. I'm sure you are all very aware of the current fees that you have. There are two types of memberships. One is 0, one is 5,000. So that's the same as what will be after the migration to EEX and ECC, and the variable fee is lower. Then you have some other technical fixed fees, and they are all listed. If you want to trade just the Baltic-Finnish markets, you can see what you need to pay on slide 7. But all the fees that are relevant for you are, of course, also listed in slide 9 and 10 that Karolis shared with you. So here you can compare everything directly.
I see additional questions. It's good to see that there are so many active market participants on this question. That's what we expected. So will the spread trading for Baltic products be settled physically or financially?
They are settled physically. So you need to be a shipper to trade, same as today.
Okay, so I see more question. From Henrik answer, it looks like the new fee structure prefers only big players. Can you provide more details on your averages? What is the percentage increase in fees to be paid for smaller mid-sized players in the market if taken the quantities of 23? Or the strategy will be only to focus on bigger traders?
What we tried to do was to harmonize across the EEX group and the natural gas markets of EEX to make sure we have the same fees. We know that with higher fixed fees, of course, if you don't trade, if you're not trading, it's more expensive. As if you only have a high variable fee and you trade 1 megawatt-hour a year, of course your costs are lower. But overall, the cost level is stable and unchanged on average for the participants. And this we are very happy to be able to offer, considering that you will also, with this migration to EEX and ECC, receive very many benefits. New trading system, you will receive added liquidity to the market, as this will open up for other market players to enter the Baltic-Finnish market. you will receive, or it will be easier and simpler for you in the future to expand to other markets as well. And you will have added security through the central counterparty ECC as ECC as central counterparty, meaning that you have more security in your exchange trading.
I see two more questions. If the technical access fee is calculated per company or per number of users who connect to the trader systems?
Yeah, this is per user. So every trader has to have their own access and in their name.
And will the spread trading already include cross-border capacity fees?
No, so here we distinguish between the spread trading in the trading system. So now we're getting into something very technical, but there's the offer in the trading system where spread trading is merely a strategy where it's possible for you to enter bid and orders simultaneously in two different bidding zones. With guaranteed execution if you are matched on both zones, but there is no physical link here. It's just that you are sure to buy and to sell at the same time. That's one type, and then we have the implicit capacity allocation mechanism, as you are familiar with, between the existing markets in the Baltics today. And this works a little differently, where, as is mentioned in the question, you get the capacity as well. When you have a spread with THE and TTF, there will be no capacity allocation. It is purely a strategy for the trader and a technical feature in the trading system that gives you the possibility to buy and sell at the same time. We hope and are working towards maintaining the implicit capacity allocation mechanism as well internally in the current GET Baltic areas. And this would work the way you know it already, where there is a cross-border trade, then you also get the capacity to execute this cross-border transaction.
One more, I see, question, just also related to what Henrik, you mentioned. Well, it is like it looks like the most confusing pricing presentation I ever seen. Please make direct comparison of cost per year today and in the future for similar client. Average does not mean anything. What does it mean, for example, for client who just keep opportunity to trade but does not trade? I think it was already mentioned.
Yeah, this is what I mentioned. If you have today a membership at GET Baltic at zero cost, zero fixed cost, you have a high variable fee. You do not need to trade. You are at the party if you want to be there or not. This will not be possible in the future. Yes, that's correct. You will have to pay the fixed fee. But then in return, we can offer very low variable fees, and as well many other features of being admitted to the exchange with many trading opportunities.
One more question from other topic. Do you know if Marex, it's a clearing member, will be able to be ECC clearing house for GET Baltic, just like she does for EEX? Well,
I'm not sure this is something we can answer. I don't know if there's anyone from the clearing team. It's very specific, but if you have I would say if there is a need for Marex, you should approach Marex and let them know that you are interested. This is the best way to make sure that they will offer clearing for these areas.
And maybe to add to this, we presented to all of our clear members the goals. So my name is Anna Baumgarten from the Clearinghouse. I'm sorry, working for the Clear and Strategy Department. And as I said, we presented to all our clear members what are our plans in the Finnish Baltic markets. Some of them seemed very interested in this. I'm not sure if Marex was one of them, but just as Henrik said, feel free to approach them, because even though the clearing members might have not expressed any interest to us, they might see an interest when they see 1 or 2 clients approaching them directly, and yeah, that might raise their interest.
Just to add, Joanna, thank you very much. We had a conversation with them, and they really showed their interest in Baltic and Finnish markets. Yeah, so talking about coming to this, lot of questions regarding with the calculations for these small and medium-sized companies. So as it's probably important to note that there will be discounts for the first year. If Henrik, please correct me. So just you could then try and see just how the system is working and what could be the total cost for you.
Yeah, indeed, we want to make it as attractive as possible, of course, because our interest is that you come to the exchange and trade. There's no secret. That's what we are interested in. And we want to give you this opportunity. So the first year of exchange membership, the first 12 months of exchange membership will be free of charge for you. And also on ECC side, if you opt for the DCP model for the Baltic-Finnish markets, you will also receive the calendar year 2025 for free.
We got more questions and see that not so many time left for the first part. If traders change shift, one person connects to the trader system during one shift and another person connects to the next shift, will you consider them as separate users?
Yes, every trader will be a separate user. They have to be registered with their name to trade, so that you know who entered certain orders. You can have the shift set up exactly in such a situation, and that's why the shift trader is better priced or lower priced than the regular technical access account. The regular technical access account for a 12-month period would be 2,400, but if you have a shift trader, it's 9,900.
One more question related to the implicit capacity allocation question. Are we sure that the implicit capacity allocation will work on the new system, regardless of spread trade or outright buy and sell? Will you start, or do you consider the new platform without the implicit capacity allocation?
So the implicit capacity allocation is not really within the scope of today's webinar, but I can say that we are working on this, and we are very keen to offer this, and we are in talks with the relevant stakeholders to make sure that this can be offered as of the migration, so that it will be an integral part. There is a technical solution that can offer this.
One more quick question. Please tell what is the number in euros to participate and not to participate, and please not say that look at presentation instead.
To participate, so the overall number, I don't have it in my head, but it's again, it's on slide 7. Everything is listed there. I don't know, we can make a quick calculation, but as we're running out of time, I think it's more efficient to look at the next questions if there still are some coming in.
Yeah, so see, again, can you prepare a set of documents and publish them on their website according to topics, clearing, nomination, technical setup, etc.? So far, I was not aware of those documents. I think it's related also, again, to the other documentations, and also what we would like it will be in other webinars to be presented, and also this will be available at GET Baltic and as well at EEX side.
I think I would start by recommending a look at the first webinar number 1 on admission. When it comes to clearing and nomination technical setup, I'm not an expert on this, so I'm not quite sure what's being asked here. I don't know if we have someone in the call who can clarify, but I will just mention that we will at some point in August, September, share with you an onboarding package for ECC and EEX, with all the documents you need to fill in and return to EEX and ECC for the onboarding to begin. And maybe this is the question. So here you will it will be very clear what you need to provide in terms of information and the prerequisites, documents that you need to have in place, and so on. But also have a look at the first webinar, might be helpful.
Seems to be no more questions, but in any case, if you see, we'll be happy to answer you later. So thank you very much, Henrik. Thank you very much for colleagues in the backside who helped with the answers. I see maybe Gintaras would like to add.
Yes, there was tons of questions about those fees and what is the overall amount. So we will, you can always approach individually, and we will explain once again individually all the fees. But what is worth to mention that for the first year, it is quite remarkable discounts made. So I would say that yes, couple of thousands should be paid in order to get all the access, and then you can explore the systems, everything, how it works, and afterwards, yes, you can make a decision. So please have in mind that that there will be the discounts for the first 12 months when you will get access to the market.
And not just the first 12 months, we have a permanent discount built into the definition of the market area for fee purposes. The market areas, the free market areas are defined as one for the fee purposes. And just on the exchange side, this is already a discount of 10,000 euro a year. So quite a substantial discount.
Okay, so probably we can end with the first part of our webinar, and then we could join. So thank you very much the audience for so many questions, and I think it's really good to hear, and that's what I said, we expected so much to receive it, and I'm happy that Henrik was giving us an opportunity to provide with the answer. So thank you very much, and then we could go to the second part. So I would like to invite our colleague from reporting service development, Ulrike Preißner, and she will present us regulatory environment, Remit, MiFID, Emir. Ulrike, please, welcome. The stage is yours.
Hi, Laba Diena, I'm Ulrike, and I want to give you a short overview about the regulatory reporting as well as the fees. I think you can see my screen now. Generally, we take care of 3 reporting streams: Emir, Remit, and MiFID II, MIFIR. Emir is risk monitoring, so it includes derivatives of all commodities. Remit is the monitoring of the wholesale energy markets and includes power, natural gas for spot and derivatives. And MiFID, MIFIR is a financial market reporting and is also only relevant for derivatives. So here you maybe have already an overview if you might be affected. Let's start with Remit. It's Remit Article 8. It's a regulation on wholesale energy market integrity and transparency in connection with the implementing regulation. Remit was revised with Remit 2, and this includes now amendments of the reporting obligation, which came applicable as of May this year. So while the market participant still remains responsible for the reporting, the organized marketplaces, they have to make available the data relating to the order book, and thereby fulfilling on behalf of the market participants the obligation. So this is a major change in the regulation. The data are reported to ASA via registered reporting mechanisms, and they are also admitted by ASA and need to comply with technical and organizational requirements. The data to be reported, they include a record of wholesale energy market transactions as well as matched and unmatched orders, and they need to be reported until the latest until the following day working day following the reportable event. So due to this major change of the obligation, the use of the Remit basic service, so the major delegation of the service is mandatory for EEX trading participants admitted to EEX since May this year. We have therefore changed the basic service or the Remit reporting service to be applicable as of 1st of August this year. The basic service includes the provision of the Remit data files to the member, as well as the direct reporting to ASA and also the provision of the response files from ASA. We offer also an optional additional service reporting to ECOM. This is only relevant for members from Switzerland. And we also offer the data provision to EQUIAS if one wants to upload the files into the EQUIAS GUI. EEX itself is also a registered reporting mechanism for the automated reporting of EEX trading data, and the reporting includes power derivatives, gas derivatives, and spot with the delivery zone or with the delivery in the European Union for all products listed on EEX regulated markets and OTFs, and the data records are the orders and as well as the trades as required. And members just need to provide us with the ASA code, and they need to register with their national regulatory authority. So here's just a quick overview about the service. It's an automatic service. Members don't have to do anything. They have direct access to their data as well as the acknowledgements via an SFTP. They can monitor the status of the reporting and also export the data via the EEX web GUI. And any regulatory updates or new products are automatically included in the service. The reporting is done basically at 24/7, and also included is, of course, the support by our experts. Now let's have a look at the fees. The basic service, so the reporting to ASA and the provision of the files, comes for power derivatives and also for gas derivatives and spot. For 285 euros per month. The data provision to ECOM is another 50 euros per month. During the admission process, you will receive the respective Remit data services form and you are asked to fill it in. Then the reporting services team will start the setup process, which involves mainly the setup for the secure access of the data. For example, it's the creation of the FTP, the transfer of the private key, and also the whitelisting of your IP address. The reporting services team will guide you through the process and support you anytime. And as you probably know, there was a commission decision in 2020 that ASA can set up a fee for collecting, handling, processing, and analyzing the data reported under Remit. Therefore, they have set transaction data clusters, and each of them has a specific fee component. So depending on the amount of transactions reported, the fee component will change. As recommended by ASA and also by the European Union, EEX will simply pass through these member component fees directly to the member. So you will receive an additional invoice with the ASA fee by mid of each year. Now let's have a look at Emir reporting. This is only derivatives market reporting. I maybe go quickly over it. It was also comprehensively revised with Emir refit in April this year. It mainly is relevant for counterparties and clearing houses. So the reporting chain for clear transactions is the clearing house versus the clearing member, and again, the clearing member versus the non-clearing member. Both sides of the reporting have to match, and it is double-sided reporting. The reporting is done through trade repositories as admitted by ESMA, and the reporting includes the details of any derivative contract concluded, as well as any modification and termination, and must be done latest the working day following the reportable event. As the reporting can also be delegated, we offer an Emir reporting service. This is an optional service for the members. We have the basic service, which includes just the provision of the files. Member can use the files and submit them to a trade repository of their own choice. And also we have an additional service, which includes the transfer of the Emir data files to Registry R, as well as the provision of the response files on an SFTP. Here also, members can monitor their reporting data via a web GUI. Here we also have an harmonized file, but it's more of relevance for clearing member. It includes matching relevant fields. The service includes all positions and transactions for products cleared through ECC. This is just a short overview. I think I can skip it here and come to the fees. The basic service fee comes for non-clearing members with 300 euros per month. The additional service, so the transfer to the trade repository, is an additional 100 euros per month. The service can only be is only allowed for non-clearing members where the clearing member has also delegated reporting due to the matching requirements, and as this needs to be ensured. If you're interested in the service, we have the Emir Data Services Agreement as well as any further information on the website. And once you send us a form, the reporting services team can start the setup process. And last but not least, we have the MiFID II MIFIR reporting. This is Article 58 of the Markets and Financial Instruments Directive and Article 26 of the regulation. It mainly affects investment firms and trading venues, and it should be done to the National Competent Authority, which is in our case BaFin. MiFID includes a complete breakdown of all positions, and under MIFIR, all transactions need to be reported no later than a working day following the event. Since the trading venue has not all information to complete the reporting, the members are required to support the reporting and contribute additional information. So that is why we have some reporting schemes which are also part of the admission process to subscribe to them. But this is basically here the MIFIR transaction reports and position reports. EEX therefore provides draft reports that includes the clearing and trading data. We have also member static data included, as well as default values provided in the agreement. Members just have to verify these reports, check them, and amend them if necessary, and resubmit them to EEX. So here the reporting obligation lies with the market operator, but the members are required to contribute information. Here's just a short overview about the process. We will deploy the draft reports until 10 a.m. in the morning, and the members have then until 2 p.m. To verify, amend, and upload the reports to us back. Yeah. The reporting schemes for MiFID position reporting and transaction reporting do not have any additional costs. It's only additional services for non-members or investment firms. However, you will receive the MiFID MIFIR reporting agreement during the admission process for derivative products, and our team will also help you with the setup and the technical process along with the admission. So this was just to give a general overview. Here you have our contact details from our team, and yes, so far I think this just gave the quick overview.
Okay, thank you, Ulrike, for your presentation. It's as always amazing, and let's see if any more questions related to this topic. First of all, I see the first question. Spot Remit reporting is 3,420 euros per year plus Acer fee. A question. If I correctly look to the table it was presented, do we correctly calculate?
As I said, there was there becomes a change effective as of April this year. We had to restructure the service, and now this is probably how the deviation comes into place.
Okay. One more question. It is, will we need to sign a separate agreement for the basic Remit reporting service?
There will be a separate agreement requesting like contact details, and you will receive it during the admission process.
Is the Acer Remit reporting fee of 3,300 euro include a Remit data service fee in presented slide number 6?
This refers to the Remit data services, and additionally, we have the ASA fee, which we will pass through by mid of each year.
Other questions I see more or less related to the overall calculations of total cost, including Remit. In any case, what is mentioning if you would like it to individually calculate, so please let us know and just try to share with the possible discounts for the fees. So let us know your calculations individual and we could discuss about it. There will be more questions related to Ulrike presentations. Let's wait for maybe who will provide some additional questions. I will check in Q&A section as well. No more questions in Q&A. Again, in chat section. Seems to be no more questions during the webinar. In any case, for the audience, if you see questions laterly with your assumptions and thoughts, so please let us know, and we'll be happy to share with our colleagues, and then we will provide you with the answers as well. Thank you very much, Ulrike, again for your presentation. It was a pleasure. And also, I see that our third webinar is coming to the end. I think it was very valuable and informative for all of you. And also, it was mentioned about the upcoming webinars, which is expected to be by the end of August. And first of all, I would like to thank you for the organizers and the speakers of this event. In addition, thank you for the audience for so many questions and for your active participation. It's as always a pleasure to be with you. And as I mentioned, we will share all these presentations and recordings within the following days. So I would like to wish you a very nice and wonderful summer day, and see you next in the individual meetings as well. So thank you very much one more time, and goodbye.